Hello everybody and welcome to another Mycosa's adventure. I'm still in that new world. Fishing, I killed a few spiders as you may recall from last time. Well, I made a fishing rod and I've been fishing. It's a new fishing mechanic. You can see the little water particles and the water popping up, showing that the fishing rod is in. After a few moments, let's see, this trail of little spirally... Yeah, there it goes, see? And then down, and boom! I got... boats! I also got a bow. It's actually very nice. Power 4, Unbreaking 3. That'll be a big advantage early on. That'll last a while with Unbreaking 3. Just so you know, the fishing rod. Which I think this is cool. So got some regular fish and a salmon from a swamp. Go figure. We made it so fishing is interesting. You can get all sorts of fun stuff from it, including food. Alright, there we go. That'll be a start. Can cook up my fish and got me a bow and got me some boots. Little leather boots. Why not? Alright, time to head down. Now I'm gonna start growing some mushrooms as well. I've got mushrooms down here. Before I head down to do anything, I'm going to do another, what I feel is a smart thing. I'm going to plant up some saplings. I don't care if they grow into uber trees, because fact is, I need the wood. And 9. Okay, that should help me out. Notice how very close I am to a dark wood forest. Is that a... okay, yeah. Alright, down that. I've done a little bit of diggling, gotten some work done down here. I'll show you guys in a moment. I figured out the sequence. I still use a simple pre-done-out thing that lets you know what the proper dimensions are. And I found out the dimensions are going to be 11, 4, 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, then 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 5 across, and then 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 11. So the first thing I did was I hauled out an 11 by 11 chamber. Feel that's a good start. There we go. Raw salmon, raw fish. Let us cook. Let's see, do I have... got some iron there. Acquire hardware. Excellent. Another little thing there. I got Monster Hunter last time, so yay. Let's see, charcoal should be enough to let me cook up both of these fish. The salmon, and maybe some of the iron ore while I'm at it. Probably not the whole thing of it, but hey, why not? I'll get what I can get. And that'll see me fed. Then I can plant these mushrooms, start them growing. It's dark enough down here, they should spread. Delicious fish! Huzzah! Fishing rods don't last as long as they used to, unfortunately, but hey, you know what? I'll take what I can get. Can even get enchantments on them now. My salmon did well. Fish! And my apple. Huzzah! Alright, now I'm gonna take these guys, because that's my entire food supply for the day. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. They shouldn't just pop up from that distance. And now we hope. Let them breed. So that's there. This can go there for now. Here's the hoping. Got pigs up there still. Now we are going to keep going up here. I'm just going to chat a bit. One thing that I often will do when there's busy work to do, especially in the early days of it, I'll often just chat about things I find interesting or things I feel are important. You know, a friend of mine recently saved me from doing something I really would not have enjoyed. In the theaters not terribly long ago, it was a movie called After Earth. I should probably explain a little something here. See, I loved The Sixth Sense, like most people. Thought the director was reasonably clever with it. And I'd figured out he was dead, but it didn't surprise me. Sorry about the spoiler there, but yeah, Bruce Willis's character, he's dead. I realized what was going on after a little bit in the movie. Once I realized that the kid could see dead people, to quote him famously in the movie, I kind of figured it out. Still was a little shocked in the theater when it got confirmed, but it was more the shock of, oh my lord, I'm right. I thought it was very clever. He used nice symbolism, slow, but the pace fit the movie. So I was reasonably impressed with that movie. Saw it in the theaters. It was good. Good movie. Liked Bruce Willis as an actor. Liked how the directing was done for it. No complaints about that movie. And then it's hard to get me excited about a movie nowadays, so I didn't really follow much on that for a while. I didn't know M. Night Shyamalan had done many other movies. I knew he'd still directing. Hadn't heard too much about him otherwise, so I pretty much ignored him. Fast forward a number of years later, and some of my friends are telling me about this cool Nickelodeon show called Avatar: The Last Airbender. They're trying to get my attention, tell me how good it is, and like, oh, okay, a Nickelodeon cartoon. What? Nickelodeon cartoon? You want me to watch it? Well, maybe later on. I've got other things I'm doing. And then I finally got around to watching it after seeing an episode while I was, just bumming around through channels, nothing to do. And I'm like, oh my god, this show's awesome! There's character development and humor and well-drawn martial arts and combat and story and plot and this is wonderful. I was thrilled. I thought it was excellent. Oh, hey, look. See? My mushrooms are growing. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do here? I put 2 by each one as they grow. As I can. I'm gonna put 1 here, 1 here, and you know what? Because I've carved it out, 1 there. I'm gonna put 1 right there. Just gonna surround them with 4 each as I clear it out, so I can, get things handled. Woot! But anyway, as I was saying, so that didn't work at all. So, I loved the show. Thought it was great. The whole thing was done by the time I saw it, so I watched it on Netflix. I'm very fond of Netflix. Don't even watch regular television very much anymore. Was thrilled. I got to see the whole thing. It was, like I said, well done, well orchestrated, well everything. I had no complaints about the show from start to finish. Yeah. And similarly, there. Okay, yay. Now just a happy little grid. Yes, it is a happy grid. I have decided it is happy. Oh, pardon me a moment. Sorry. Now, this one. So, when I saw that they were making an Avatar: a Last Airbender movie, live action, first thing I saw was just a promo, I believe, by Paramount Pictures. And I'm like, ooh, this looks interesting. And M. Night Shyamalan, didn't he do The Sixth Sense? Okay, I'd be willing to see this. I'd be willing to see this, I said. I went to see it. I went to the theaters. Yep, that's right, Enderman. That's right, Frank. I saw it in the theaters. I spent money on it. I paid money to observe it. And I saw it. As you guys might have guessed from my relative silence on this, I was not impressed. In fact, saying I was not impressed would be an understatement. I was very, very displeased with the directorial decisions. I did not enjoy the changes and things that were made. Okay, first of all, his name is not Ong. It's Ang. But no, he decided to change it in order to be true to the spirit of the original show. You did not be true to the spirit of the original show, M. Night Shyamalan. You spat upon the spirit of the original show. There was no spirit of the original show. My goodness. Bamfing around up there, ain't he? Anyway. It's hard for me to figure out how best to explain why the movie sucked so much, because there's just so much about that movie that sucked. So very, very much. My God, so much. Taken by itself, assuming that there was no show upon which it was based, it was a poorly choreographed special effects martial arts movie with lackluster special effects, poor acting, poor choreography, lackluster fight scenes, a weak plot, a slow pace for an action movie geared towards kids, a slow pace. There was no success anywhere, and taken by itself, it was a horrible movie. And then you compare it to the original show. I mean, I truly think that it would have been less insulting if he had just, gone up to each member of the audience, kicked them in the shin, took their money, and said, "Avatar sucks. And by the way, there's no Santa Claus. Or Tooth Fairy." He might have been kinder to the fans of the show had he just done that. This was beyond an insult. This was a desecration. If he'd treated the Quran like this, the entire Islamic faith, both extremist and not, would have declared jihad, including the ones that believe jihad is a spiritual journey, rather than meant to be terrorism. They would have declared jihad on him too, and so would have the Christians in one grand united front for the first time since before the Crusades. Sir King Richard the Lion-Hearted and Saladin would have risen from the dead solely to wage that war in unison. It was horrible. Excuse me. Okay, I'm back. And I apologize to anyone who may have been offended. I'm not saying any of those things are or should have been done to anybody. But I am saying it was that bad that it's like M. Night Shyamalan. It would have been kinder if he'd just done that to the people who watched it, including the children. It was that bad. And so, I wanted to like After Earth. I heard that Will Smith was going to be acting in it, and, I like Will Smith. Watched The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I watched Men in Black 1 and 2. I ignored number 3. I saw him in Independence Day, which was cheesy, but in a good way. He was in many movies, and I liked him. And unlike many, I actually liked Jaden Smith. His son. I saw potential there. See, I saw the Karate Kid before, the new one with him in it. And ironically, I saw it just before, like a week before I saw the Last Airbender. And I really liked it. They didn't try to duplicate the original one. They just tried to stay true to the spirit of that show by having it be more about a kid learning to assert himself and less about being all cool martial artsy. I thought that was a good decision. I liked it. And I felt that Jaden did a good job with the martial arts choreography. It was well choreographed and whatnot, so, I felt he showed potential as an actor. And I admit, opposite Jackie Chan, who, again, I'm a fan of Jackie Chan. I like his acting. I like his movies. So, I had high hopes. And then, after a couple months of getting myself a little bit hyped, because I like sci-fi too, and then I saw who the director was. M. Night Shyamalan. Right? Yeah, right here. I wanted to like it. I wanted to be able to go to the theaters and say, hey, this looks cool. Hey, Will Smith and Jaden did a good job. Just putting little markers here. I wanted to be able to do that, man. I didn't think that was asking too much. And then I saw the reviews. Start to come in. It was horrible. Oh, God. If you haven't seen the show, the YouTube series Honest Trailers, then you're missing out. And he reviewed After Earth. He reviewed it, and I'd never actually seen the Oz trailer go along the terms of, oh God, are you actually going to make me do this? And I know it was probably scripted and all, but it ended with, you know what, I'm out. The show is too stupid on too many levels. I cannot do this. You don't even need to pay me for this one. I'm out. And so he was. I'm not even going to go see it. I'm not even going to rent it. I'm not even going to Netflix it. I'm not going to do anything with it. My heart is broken regarding that movie. And I'm just going to have to deal with it. Oh well, what we're going to do now is my goal is to get these drilled to 11, 11, 11. I already got that, basically to make it match that. As you can see, this is going to be a nice, large thing. So, well, I'll see you guys next episode, where I will hopefully have the 11 done out in all directions. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. I just thought I'd pop in as a little odd thing. I was fishing and I actually got a piece of leather, thus getting the achievement Cow Tipper. I'm going to try and make sure you guys are at least seeing the achievement on screen for each one, even though I have to quickly pop on and hit the record button. Like that. This will probably be inserted at the end of my last video, just as a little asides. Sorry about that. Thank you for watching, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.